Sunny day. So this is where he likes to come sit in the sun. Obviously doesn't mind eating hay or dried grass. It's just fine with him. Not even 2 years old. Oh boy. You're mad. Man, you get any bigger, your head's not even gonna fit through there. Nah. I know. It sucks to be a big tortoise. You can't get through none of the small spots. Okay, so you want to go out. This is what he does. He wants to go out in the rest of the yard, so we'll take him out there. Okay, that's where he was trying to get through, so I took him to the other side so he can go where he wants to go, get into stuff. But I think you guys need to get a sense of what they would choose to do. He was up there by the pond rocks, and then I took him on the other side of the fence to here. When it's warm or a warm day, this little guy will walk with me. You know, I'm looking at him, I'm making sure he's eating all this stuff, but he will go all the way up there, all the way to that corner. Our yard goes all the way down to that corner, and then as you look up that way, that's what I have to fence in. This dude uses all that space. Okay, this must be a walking day. So, when he took his vacation, it's the perfect time to talk about his vacation. So he was AWOL. Basically, Kathleen was looking in his office. He went through the fence in one section on the other part of the yard, and he must have walked down where he does. He often goes in that woods and all around, and that was all grown up there. Well, what he did is he went on the other side of those trees down into the adjacent retention pond. So when I got the thermal imaging device, that's where I found him, is on the other side of this retention pond. And I waited till it was the evening, and I knew he was warm because it was like 85 degrees those days. So I know he was warm from being out here, and I knew I could see him with that instrument. So I have another video where I'm going to show you how I found him in the weeds and what you can do with a thermal imaging device to find where they are. Now, he has an Apple tag that's sewn into that black thing. Now it can still slip off, but I have an Apple tag on his jacket as well. It's not cold enough where he needs his jacket today. It looks like that black thing may slide off anyway. But he said this is about the best winter day you could have. So hopefully this year I'll be able to show you how he comes up to the three-wheeler. It's ridiculous, I know. It sounds crazy. But I'll be on the three-wheeler, and this energy conservationist tortoise will come up to me like he wants a taxi ride to whatever different part of the yard that I'm working in, or wherever he wants to go, or when he wants to go back to the front or go into the mat, he'll walk up to the three-wheeler if I'm on it, pick him up, take him where he goes, and that's that. So you can see that fence up there is where he started, And he's already walked around down here to where it's sunny to here. This guy with any more size, you know, on a routine day, he'll walk all the way from our property when you see all the way far out there. And I have to set up a hog fence or something he can't get through with like some serious metal. But this guy is, he's a roamer. So this is the amount of exercise that he's had since he was 3 inches long. Even when he was a little guy, we would go out here, and when he was about 6 months old, he could walk all the way around the house. So that's why when he goes to the road, you know, he does walks, and he just exercise is such a, you know, I know that people have yards as large as they can and all that, but when you have something like this, I think the exercise component and the eating and everything else is what led to his general size and growth. The climate's not ideal here, meaning it's not like Florida where it's warm and sunny every day or most days. But he can do just fine. I mean, he has his warm spots, but he wanders all of this. I'm at the 4-minute mark in this video, and this particular video clip, and I'll keep walking with him, and we'll see where we end up. Okay, I'm standing at the gate where I let him out. He walked over here, went down midfield, turned back up. Okay, where's the Stumpinator? This guy's ridiculous. Looking for poop. Looking for whatever he can find. It was funny, another funny story. After we found him, you know, apparently he likes the soaks and breakfast in bed and all of that kind of stuff. He went down there where he took his vacation, and we didn't know where he was. Everything was up to my waist level. Down there, we found him. He went down to those trees one time, realized where he was. Nope, went right back to the door. He's like, apparently he doesn't like that too much. So hopefully once I have this fenced in, I did not realize, I thought I'd have at least a couple years, hang out in the backyard, you know, things would be fine. But no, he's big. So I just need to fence in this whole area all the way down, all the way over, you know, etc. This is what he does. This is our natural element. You notice he has his nose to the ground like he's part hound or something. But their stubbornness. Okay, so some afternoons we'll be out here. I'm like, no, don't go down over there, and I'll bring him back in the yard. I have to do that 20 times. He will just go back. If they're on the, hey, I want to go to a particular place, they're just going to continue to do it, regardless of how many times you bring them back. You have to distract them to do something else, or they're going to go right back. Now, he had various little things that he dug when this is all grown in like really nice and lush when it's springtime, not winter. But he's an explorer. He explores the whole thing, and then you can see up there, he walks the whole front yard, but he used to go around the house. He could walk all the way. You could let him out the back door. He'd want to go through the fence, or sometimes he'd go through the fence under it like he was small, but he would go all the way around the house. Ah, interesting. So he wants to try to go here in all the sticker bushes. So yeah, that's the retention pond. It was probably grown up with about 5 feet of vegetation in the summer. That's why there was no chance of me finding him in a field like that with vegetation in a burrow. So this is actually my first time going down here since I found him. At the base of those rocks, there was some bushes, and he had dug down right there at the base of that rock. That's where I found him. So who knows where he had gone. We know that the dogs that live up there, they were barking like there was something roaming around, like doing what he does. And he obviously wasn't moving too much. You can hear he makes a ton of racket going through this. But no, we're not going to do the sticker exercise. We got to go somewhere else. This is what he looks like when he's smelling for poop. Okay, new dynamic for 2024. This 25-pound tortoise, you can see he's as big as the freaking huge tire on a big three-wheeler. Yeah, no, we're riding around. He's not gonna. I mean, he can walk wherever he is, but I ain't walking around the yard with him or carrying him back. Not this year. He's too big. I gotta finish welding the cart. So it's a low-profile cart that he can just step onto, and then I can tow him back if he's in the yard. I'm not into making this a huge labor thing, because this guy's gonna be ridiculous. When he's 150 pounds, you can't move him like that. But I have machines to move him. Tortoise on safari. It's nice not having to look through bushes or wonder where you are and stuff like that. That's great. It's about the best winter day you could have, little buddy. That's what he does. He came up to it again. And when I'm on it, if he wants to go somewhere else in the yard or back, he'll just come up to where my feet are, and I pick him up, and we go back. It doesn't even make sense that he would know or recognize that with movement. But I have been riding around with him to different parts of the yard since he could fit in my hand. You know, he has adapted. He knows what's going on. These are the other two plates of grass that he gets. So when he's out eating, and I call it corn cobbing it, when he goes left to right or right to left and doesn't move, he eats a lot of grass. Don't you, buddy? Okay, so we walked from the three-wheeler to where he is now. He's in the front yard-ish. Nice day for winter. It's supposed to be mid-60s. Oh, he's a lot bigger than last year. I know he did. Okay, so three-wheelers over there.
Trying to make it back to the door, buddy.
Well, I think it's cold enough that it warrants a soak. That's his backyard. He's on the other side. So he's walked around it. Let's see what you're doing. No, I don't have a Fig Newton for you.